And now we're talking boys. I didn't know a lot about her like I knew who she was obviously, but just this past year, she is the only reason I watch basketball, oh no. Basketball, I never watched the NBA before really I swear I actually tune into Caitlin Clark now it's so dope. The Indiana Fever, no one knew what the Indiana Fever was, no it doesn't matter. I understand there's some ogs out there that are upset because WNBA sensation Caitlin Clark is making a bold statement. She won't let the NBA use her for publicity, that's why she's turning down the chance to compete in the NBA All-Star Weekend's three-point challenge. Why is Caitlin Clark refusing to participate in the NBA All-Star Weekend's three-point challenge, and how does Caitlin Clark feel about the NBA potentially using her for publicity? Before we dive in, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this WNBA content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. When we talk about Caitlin Clark, the first time the NCAA game was on ABC was last year, so in order to give something a chance to succeed, don't bury it in NFL Sundays. Give it a chance. Over the past month, Clark has been under a microscope. Whenever you think of Angel Reese, people often mention Caitlin Clark. You've said in interviews there's no beef, but the media keeps going on. So how do you feel about that situation? Caitlin is an amazing player, and I've always thought she was amazing play. We've been playing each other since high school, so I think it's really just the fans, her fans, the Iowa fans, now the Indiana fans, that are they ride for her, and I respect that. Respectfully, but sometimes it's very frequent debates center around things like her impact on the WNBA and whether or not she deserved to be selected to the Team USA roster for the Paris Olympics. However, other pundits have taken the opportunity to insert themselves into the conversation and create narratives about race and other larger issues that have little to do with Clark herself. Just back up and shoot it from further back. Steph Curry range is no problem. No problem. One of such pundits is the NBA three-point challenge. The Indiana Fever star Caitlin Clark has announced that she will not participate in the NBA versus WNBA three-point challenge next month, the All-Star Game festivities, opting to make her three-point contest debut at the WNBA's All-Star Game in July. Her representative at XL Sports Management revealed that Caitlin will not be at NBA All-Star because she wants her first three-point contest to be at WNBA All-Star. And Clark's decision adds an interesting twist, especially considering last year's buzzworthy showdown between Steph Curry and Sabrina Ionescu. Her participation would have come on the heels of a successful competition last year between Golden State Warriors star Steph Curry and New York Liberty star Sabrina Ionescu. Curry edged Ionescu 29-26 in the single-round shooting challenge that easily upstaged the NBA's regular three-point contest. The event was held at Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis, but Ionescu has not publicly confirmed whether she will participate in any of the NBA All-Star Weekend festivities this year. She's currently playing in Unrivaled, the new professional women's basketball 3x3 league that launched early last month. However, the Liberty star acknowledged during a recent Unrivaled media availability that she will miss some games because of additional obligations. She did not play in Phantoms games last week while in Paris for the NBA Paris Games, and that she will be in the Bay Area for NBA All-Star Weekend. The WNBA's All-Star Weekend will take place in Indianapolis at Gainbridge Fieldhouse, home of the Fever and the NBA's Indiana Pacers, on July 18th and 19th. Ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun, you go girl. A lot of people say that Caitlin Clark moves the needle. That is wrong. She is the needle. She dictates. She and the Indiana Fever accounted for 45% of all the broadcast value of the WNBA last season. The economic impact, $36 million. She drove to Indianapolis just by showing up. She moves because she knows people follow her no matter where she goes, and she's very strategic about dictating where her value is. I do agree with her, okay. I am just disappointed in some of the points she negated to break up that three-point contest between Ionescu and Steph Curry. The event was the most watched NBA All-Star Saturday night in 4 years. She's putting the WNBA first. Boy, it's a different tune. Stephen A was first on the scene with this one, though I got to give him props for that, of the acceptance of the Caitlin Clark effect. But boy, we got receipts, and boy, is funny to see how many people were stubborn to this. And look, if you got another reason other than her color, give it to me. Behind the hill, didn't people see this coming? People saw this not only coming, saw it happening, and still were like, nah. And now, since we have the power to look back retroactively, right, the 2020 hindsight, everyone could see the receipts of wall. Caitlin Clark, that was it. You got termed a sellout if you didn't say Angel Reese in the same name. I still hear people qualifying when they talk about the league. They'll throw Angel Reese in there. Oh, that thing too loud. What's up, baby? All good? All right. She ain't worked out not long. Let me stop the fan. With a few months away from the event, there's a lot of discussion surrounding Caitlin Clark and her performance on the basketball court, but the WNBA is #1 overall draft pick has also been at the center of debates that aren't related to the Sport, and it's disappointing to her. Clark has monumentally boosted interest in women's basketball, but as a white basketball player, her name and fame have been used to incite culture wars, most notably on social media. There's also been heated debates about her play and why she didn't make the USA basketball Olympic roster despite staying out of the social media chaos. Clark finds herself at the center of heated debates, and she's finally addressing the controversy head-on. Clark was asked about how she's been thrust into these debates despite keeping a low profile on social media. The Times Athletic of the Year says people should stop using her name to push hateful agendas. The Fever star added that it's something she can't control, and she doesn't see people weaponizing her name for arguments. Yeah, I think it's disappointing. I think, everybody in our world, it deserves them the same amount of respect. The women on our league deserve the same amount of respect, so people should not be using my name to push those agendas. It's disappointing, It's not acceptable, but yeah, this league is a league I grew up admiring and wanting to be a part of. Like, some of the women in this league were my biggest idols and role models growing up, and helped me wanted to achieve this moment right here that I get to play in every single night. So just treating every single woman this week league with the same amount of respect. I think it's just a basic human thing that everybody should do. Like, just be a kind person and treat them, how you would want to be treated. And I think it's very simple. Also, see, you didn't go too easy on that kid with the block. Couldn't go too easy. Come on, he wanted to play me one-on-one.